Happy morning to all. Welcome back to our regular classes. Today's our topic is models and semi-models or quasi-model. Before to know about a model and semi-model, we should know about the type of verb. What is a verb? Verb is a word which is used to describe an action, state or something that takes place. It is also called an action word. Example, hear, become, happen, eat, come, go, sleep, play, etc. There are so many verbs are there. The main part of a sentence is a verb. In order to make a sentence, we need a verb. Without verb, we cannot form any sentence. But only with a verb, we can have a complete meaning or also can be called as a sentence. For example, when we say that group of words can make a complete sentence. Raja, cat, cow, dog, rat, in my house. These are group of words. But it cannot give a complete meaning, but it can give a part of meaning. For example, in this group of words, something is missing, which is like a salt that gives a taste for a food. So here we see that some word is missing. Can anybody say what is a word missing? Here the word called verb is missing. Where can we place? Can we place between Raja and cat? Or cat and cow? Or cow and dog? Or rat and dog? Or rat and in? Or in my? So where can we place the verb? Yes, we can place a verb right over here. So what verb can we place here? We can place a verb that is are. When you read now sentence, Raja, cat, cow, dog, rat are in my house. So now we get a complete meaning. That means the verb is very essential for a sentence. Now with all these words we make, there are so many words. See, Raja, cat, cow, dog, rat are in my house. These many words we need to make. Now see, a single word also can become a sentence, or it can give a complete meaning. When I say come, you understand you are coming. When I say go, you are going. When I say sit, you are sitting. So it gives a complete meaning like a sentence. But whereas without verb, we cannot make the sentences. When we are coming to the verb, there are so many types of verbs are there. For example, when you take a types, there is direct, indirect, passive and active, finite and infinite, transitive and intransitive. So model, semi-model. So like this, there are so many types of verbs are there. So in all these things, today we are going to see about model and semi-model. So first, when we go for the semi-model word, there are 9 types of models are there. For example, can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, and the last one is must. So in total there are 9 models are there. So these all are called models. So there is another word for modal is that helping verb. Helping verb. So modal also is called as a helping verb. Now when we go for the modals, the first one, what is the definition of modal? Modal is auxiliary verb. Auxiliary or helping verbs. Helping verbs. Now it expresses ability, possibility, permission, and obligation. See, what is a modal verb? Modal verb is an auxiliary or a helping verb. It expresses ability, possibility, permission, and obligation. Now, modals do not change with the person or number of the subject. What is that meaning? Modal do not change with the person or number of the subject. What is that meaning? It means normally when we take a main verb called go or eat or play, they are called main verb. Now this verb will change according to the person or number of the subject. Example, he does go to the market. What happens? The verb go changes according to the subject. Now here the subject is he, third person singular. So what happens? The verb go becomes goes. So we are adding here es. Same thing. Raja does eat an apple. Now what happens here? Raja is a third person singular. We are making the verb into eats into s we are adding. But the same things is not applicable in the modals. For example, I does can go out, or we can use it he does can go out. For example, for both subjects we are using the same word called can. We cannot use, since we are using a he, we cannot use cans. For example, he cans go out, you cannot use that one. So when you are using a cans, that is a wrong. Okay, so you have to understand, according to the subject we cannot change the pattern of the verb. So that is what it means, that modals do not change with the person or number of the subject. Okay, so you should be very clear about now this one. So there is a changes in the main verb and auxiliary verbs. Okay, now in the auxiliary verbs we are going first only two things today. That is, the first one is, we have seen already there are 9 verbs are there. Okay, 9 verbs are there. That is can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, must. In that one, first we are going for can. So what are the uses of the verb called can? We can use to express the ability. What is it meaning ability? That means I can do, I can play, I can sing, I can dance, I can ask, I can fight. All this is called ability. So example, he can play the piano. This is an ability. So we are using it he can. But see, we are not using it here he cans, but we are using it can. And next one, this can be used, this can verb is used to express permission. So we are using sometimes, no, can I join you? Can I join you for the meeting? We are using it, no? We are asking a permission, no? Can I join you? Can I come with you? Can I play with you? Can I ask you something? This is called permission. And the next one, we are using for the expressing the possibility. Expressing possibility. So what is this one? Expressing possibility means something that is going to happen. So for that we are using it. Okay. And the first one, can, the past tense of can is used, we are using it. Second one, that is could. Now how we are using a could? In which place we are using a could, or how can we use could? That is, first one, it expresses the ability in the past. That means 5 years before, 10 years before, last year, or when I was young. So like that time we can use this could. For example, we can use also my father could play for a long time when he was young. That means what? Now he is not able to play. He was playing in the past. So for that we are using it could. So that is about expressing the past ability. And also we can use the second place, conditional ability. Conditional ability. What is that meaning, conditional ability? For example, we can say that if I had more money, I could help you. So if I had only, I could help. Okay. So now see, can is expressed ability, can is expressed permission, can is expressed possibility, and could is expresses the ability in the past, and second one, conditional ability. So these are the uses of can and could. So once again we revise the auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb is also called a helping verb. It expresses ability, possibility, permission, and obligation. Models do not change with the person or number of the subjects. Okay, that I already explained to you. He goes to the market. We are using es adding. At the same time, we cannot use he cans go out. You cannot use it. So, but we have to use it only the same verb he can. So that is the difference between the main verb and the auxiliary verb. Now we have seen today can and could, only these two. So for this I am giving an exercise. You have to complete this exercise and send me tomorrow. Then we will go for the next class, that is may and might, shall and should. That we will see tomorrow. Thank you.